Hey, welcome to episode 5. So today, I'm gonna still continue to the part 2 of the series that we started last week with Mike Okechuku, attorney at law. The audio is not that great, but just listening, there's a lot of nuggets in it. On this particular episode, he's going to talk about the story of how when he came to America, when he bought a house in Newark, and then the wife came, and then he decided the wife wanted a bigger house with a good kitchen and all that stuff, and how he avoided a lot of trouble with that process. So he's going to tell a story about that. So stay tuned for that one. Now, speaking of trouble in real estate, it's very important for you to work with a professional. Either you're buying a house or you're investing or whatever you're doing with real estate, it's very important that you speak to people that know what they're doing, okay? Because there's a lot of potential trouble if you don't, okay? Just as much as you can make, you can build wealth, like you can make a lot of return by simply purchasing a real estate, either as a home or investment, it can also pose to be a big downside to it, okay? It can also be a big downside to it if you don't speak to the right professionals. And speaking of that, just a few days ago, I was at an event, okay, at a little mastermind, and one of the things that were discussed was oil tank. So when you purchase a home, right, a lot of times they order an inspection, right? So with inspection comes things like checking for oil tanks and things like that. You know, checking if there's oil tank underground, above ground, in the house, because once upon a time, the way people brought heat into their house was through oil. Okay, and there's a oil tank usually in the house somewhere. So if there's a hole that was created in the oil tank, it can end up contaminating the soil in the ground, and it can end up contaminating underground water, and that's a big deal. That's a big environmental deal, okay? So I wanted to share that with you, that you make sure that you're working with the right professionals when you decide to purchase a home. And you don't have to wait until you purchase a home. You can start learning. You know, one of the avenues is obvious, this blog, this video blog right here. You can learn a lot just by checking in every week and by sharing it with your friends also. You will get to help a lot of people as well too. But just be careful. One of the things you have to pay attention to when you're purchasing a home is oil tank, okay? So you want to know if there's been one in the house, if there was one before. You just need to know when it comes to existing homes. If you're buying a new construction, you can worry less about that because people are heating their home right now with gas, okay? So that's what I have for you today. Again, stay tuned because Mr. Mike Okechuku is going to talk to you a little bit more and tell you a quick story on how he avoided some of the trouble you could easily get into back in 2007 and 8 during the biggest real estate fraud that this country has ever seen, all right? Thank you for plugging in on episode number 5. I'll see you on episode number 6.
2007, a young lawyer, can see I'm getting old with wrinkles and all that. 2007, I decided I live in Newark, where they call by the courthouse. A nice place, but in Newark, right? And I went to school in Colorado, University of Denver, and Broncos, right? And my professor still asked me, how did you find yourself in Newark? When I came to Newark in 1998, nobody wanted to stay in Newark. But for some reason, I ended up in Newark. Got married. You know, women like good things. Suddenly my wife said, hey, you know, maybe we should look at our school. Our children can't go to school in Newark. I said, that's true. So we started going to the big man corner around Livingston, maybe. 2007, this is the height of the mortgage fraud in this country. we found a house. It has, I live in a condominium, 2-bedroom condominium. My wife just came from Nigeria. So where her eyes are, what she's looking for, Obama couldn't get it. Okay? So we saw this house. It has 2 gates. Enter from one, and you have to leave from the other one. She said she likes the kitchen because the kitchen faces a forest. And I'm looking at her. I said, that's the reason. She said, yeah, she likes the kitchen that has more windows, just windows. Nothing, if you open all the windows, it's like you're outside. I said, they had a jacuzzi. The yard, they wouldn't allow you, by city ordinance, they wouldn't allow you to put up a fence. So it flows into trees, right? There's trees. So every time you look, 3 times or 4 times we went there, you're looking, and you know who is looking at you? The deer. Deer! They're all there looking at you. So, I'm sure the white people will understand what I'm saying. In Africa, even though people don't see this deer, because any deer that you see, you've killed it. So, but I've been looking at my wife, you know, say this Johnny just come. So, but her husband is a lawyer. I didn't tell her I had money when I was marrying her. I didn't tell her. She's a doctor, you know. So we have to leave the. So I said the mortgage guy, very nice guy, had a 5-year-old, really terrific guy, wonderful guy. I have his name somewhere. I will always love him, you know. He asked me that question, you know. Michael, you think you can afford this house? I said, thank you, my brother. Ask her. So, they said you should make an offer. I told my wife to make the offer. Because I looked at where the price was supposed to start. $729,000. So we made the offer. My mortgage, when I bought my condo, it was $103. $103,000. So now we are paying $729,000. We made the offer. They said no, somebody already offered $749. So I told my wife, can we go to the car? We went into the car. I said, listen, just came to this country. I can't afford this house. I get money only when somebody walks in through that door. In my office, like to come there and lie down, disturbing my peace. I said that, so any month people don't come in the same way you saw last month, that means I will be unable to pay that mortgage. I already feel the heat with my $103,000 mortgage, and we're going to 700 and now 49. Somebody has offered 749. They said no. So you're talking of maybe 769. That's $800,000. I could see her face change. I've never seen my new wife angry. She was very mad. She said her kitchen. We didn't buy that house, and then 2008, the crash came.